Hi everybody! Would you like to know how to easily create a screenshot in your game using the Godot Engine, whether it's a 2D or 3D game? In this short video, I'll show you how. You might be wondering why you should create a screenshot using code when you can simply use a specific keyboard shortcut in, for instance, Windows 11 to automatically create a screenshot from anything. Well, there are some advantages. For one, this method is universal and works the same across all platforms. Additionally, there are situations when we might want to use such a screenshot directly within the game, such as creating thumbnails for safe positions, which is what we do in our point-and-click adventure game. So, that was a brief introduction, and let's get straight to writing the code. To save time on creating a new scene, I will use a project that you might have seen in the third-person control tutorial I released before. It's a 3D scene that includes falling snow created with 3D particles and a shield around the character, which is generated by a shader. This way, we can immediately verify that the screenshot will include all these elements. So I will switch to the script attached to the main node, main scene, and add a function called takeScreenshot. Once I write this function, I'll call it when a specific key is pressed. Let's do it down here. So func take screenshot, no parameters, and what we'll do here, let's call it as shot to make it shorter, and the function is get viewport, get texture, get image. Okay, and now we have the image and we need to store it to our user directory, so it would be as shot, and the method save, and we can select between several formats. Let's use PNG, so it will be PNG, and now the path, I will put it to the user space and call it screenshot PNG. Okay, and yes, that's really all we need. We'll improve this code shortly, but first, let's add a call to the function where a key is pressed. First, we need to define a new action in project settings, input map, which is right here, project settings, switch to input map, and I'll name this action take screenshot and map it to the T key. So here, take screenshot, add, and click plus and press the T key, and OK, and close. Very well. So as we can see, the script already contains the input function, so which we can extend. I'll add these two new lines into it. If input is action just pressed, take screenshot, let's call take screenshot. Very well. We can try it out right away. So I will start the game, then press T and then exit the game. Starting, here it is. Okay, press T and escape to exit. Very well, so the screenshot was created, but where can we find it? I'll simply go to project and select open user data folder, and the appropriate folder will open, and we can see that a file named screenshot.png is already here, and when I double click that to open it, we should see the content of our screen. Everything is there. The shield built with shader, the snowflakes, which are particles, and the rest of the 3D scene. Perfect. Okay, it seems like everything is working, but you might already be thinking about improvements. The file name is always the same, it's hard-coded here. So next time I press T, it would overwrite the existing file. Therefore, we need to create a file name that is unique each time. This can be achieved in various ways, such as using a counter that increments each time I call this function, or using current date and time. I've chosen the latter. I will write the relevant code for that. Okay, first I will write the code, then I will explain it. Var timestamp would be time, and the function get the time string from system with parameters false and true, and replace colons with dashes. Very well. And now to use this pattern here, so I will add this and timestamp. Very well, so what I just did, I'm calling the internal class time and this method which returns date and time in standard format, and I selected this parameter to separate date and time with a space, not a T letter, which is the default value. And the wide replace at the end. The string returned from this function contains the time in the format of hours, minutes, seconds. That would be fine, but I found that Godot changed these colons to forward slashes, which then became part of the file name in this function. I didn't like that much, so I replaced them with dashes instead. Let's try running the game again and taking a screenshot. So run, I press T and exit. Okay, let me open that, here it is, and we can see a new file name, which is perfect. Year, month, day, space, hours, minutes, seconds. Great. However, if our game renders something performance sensitive, it could happen that we call this function before the current frame is completely rendered, which could negatively affect the resulting image. To prevent this preemptively, we will add a line that ensures we wait for the complete rendering. I'll do it just before taking the screenshot. Await rendering server, and the event is frame post draw. So this is a simple event, a signal, which is sent by Godot right after the current frame is completely rendered, and only after that we will take the screenshot. Okay, one last thing. At the beginning, I mentioned that we are using this method to create thumbnails for safe positions in our game. However, for thumbnails, we don't need such a large image, so it would be beneficial to resize it to the desired dimensions first and then save it. I'll add one more truly final line to our function. So after a screenshot is taken, let's resize it as shot with the method resize, and now we need the target dimensions. Let's try, for instance, 200 by 100, and the interpolation, let's choose trilinear interpolation, which is still pretty fast, but the result would have a high quality because it uses MIP maps, and if they don't exist, it will temporarily create them. Okay, and now if we run the game and create another screenshot, we will find that it's indeed resized to those dimensions, and the resulting image will be just a few tenths of kilobytes. Starting, pressing T and escape, and let's take a look at the folder, this one, and here it is, 28 kilobytes. When I open it, it should be pretty small because only 200 by 100 pixels. If I try to zoom in, we can see it's pretty pixelated because the original dimensions are that low. Great. Thank you for watching, and I hope you find this quick tip useful. Have a wonderful day, good luck with your projects, and see you next time.